All right, welcome everybody. Here we are at the Michigan International Speedway for tonight's Winston Cup race. This is, of course, Champion Spark Plugs 500. Here we see the number 24 car of Michael Hossack out on the track right now, making his laps around there. And this is our number 19 car of Sean Judson. He's currently your fastest in the practice session. That's your 19 car, the familiar Sean Judson. We've got Barrett Flo also on the track. There's Barrett's Ford Mustang. He is second quickest on the track with a time of 38.566. Sean Judson's got a 38.380. There's a couple of cars that are drafting right here. This 5 car of Scott Bittinger. He might shoot up the boards here with the draft. He shoots up into 4th quickest with a time of 38.592. A 5.92 for that car. In front of him is the 76 car. That is Matthew Norberg. Matthew Norberg in the 76. We also got the 98 car out here. That is Adam Brady. AB Adam Brady. In the 98 machine. We've got a couple of cars drafting down the back straightaway here. This is the 46 car of Axel Boda. In front of him is the 6 car of Jacob Denson. And then leading that little pack there is your 24 of Michael Hossack. Michael Hossack just ran a time of 38.538. And Axel, who was chasing him, put up a 38.395. So your leader's got a 380 and he's got a 395. So times are starting to heat up here in this practice session. Got just a little over 20 minutes left of this practice session tonight. 30-minute practice session, and then we'll get ready to start qualifying for tonight's 150-lap event here in the Irish Hills of Michigan. Beautiful day here at the track. As you can see, cars circulating around here. Beautiful day for a race here at the Michigan International Speedway. This is, of course, the Champion Sparkplug 500. And we will be right back after the short commercial break.
Davis Brothers has been providing homeowners and businesses with exceptional roofing services since 1983. From repairing roofs on small homes to installing new roofs on large commercial retailers, no job is too big or too small. Your home is an important part of your life, and your roof is an essential part of your home. We understand that. Whether you're inspecting, repairing, or replacing a roof, we'll treat your home like it's our very own. Low slope, steep slope, big or small, it doesn't matter, we do them all. And remember, we have the capabilities and the manpower to take on any size job. When it comes to your roof, it's important to be proactive. Choose an experienced roofer you can trust. At Davis Brothers Roofing, we are your experienced roofer. Contact us today for a consultation and let us earn your trust.
Another sponsor we'd like to thank is BeefJerkyUnlimited.com, providing you with top quality beef snacks and all kinds of wild game animals in the jerky form. They have 2 locations here, one in Luna Pierre, Michigan, just north of Toledo, and one in Dundee, Michigan, right next to the Cabela's. That's their flagship store. They've got a lot of great products there, tons of different flavors and varieties, every hot sauce you can imagine. Stop in there, check them out, or get it delivered to your house. BeefJerkyUnlimited.com makes great stocking stuffers.
The thing I love about Mark's work is if you go on his website, like he's daring you to match his work.
You kind of go race to race doing 23 races a year, and after a while you kind of see the same pictures over and over. But the different angles he does, the different, I don't even know what he uses, the lenses and the cameras or something, but it's just that his photos are so crisp.
Nobody comes up with that product that he does, and I think he's got that sixth sense, that creativity. He looks around, he finds shots that very few other people would think would make great shots.
I love going, checking out his Facebook and his website and just seeing all the different things that he does with all the sporting events, the baseball, the football, the drag races. Guy's does excellent work.
And he's capturing these moments in time and immortalizing something that few people would ever think would be as dramatic as that. The guy's just amazing.
Suck a dick, suck a dick, suck a dick. Damn, what an entry, Thomas.
What's up, guys?
What's going on, man?
Yeah, just checking in on you guys here, run a few laps, see what happens.
Dude, so good to see you. I haven't seen you in such a long time. It's been a minute.
That, of course, is the familiar voice of Tommy Delago, owner of BeefJerkyUnlimited.com. He's out here to race tonight, but we also want to thank Nick A.
It's gonna be an
Sawyer.
interesting race. I mean, they're too glued in. The ARCA cars were, since they switched everything up, it's fun as hell here.
That's Nick's car right there, the number 9. He puts up a lot of sponsor money for our purse here in the Winston Cup Series and other series. So if you ever see Nick out on the track, thank him for letting us do what we do here in the Sunday Cup League. We got a couple other people rolling in here. You just heard Tommy Delago. He's in this 13 car rolling around the track. There's Tommy D in the Beef Jerky Unlimited car. Good looking race car there. Lucky number 13 pulling into the pits here. We've got a little pack going on here of Hossack. He has put the fastest time on the board. He has ran a 38.191 in the draft there. And it looks like he got 3 cars wide going into the corner here. This might get a little hairy. Hard racing here in the Sunday Cup League. Just in a practice session, I'm thinking this 19 car might have a really good lap here. 19 of Sean Judson. Doesn't improve his time at all. And it looks like the 98 car is rolling with these guys. And here comes the 76 car of Matthew Norberg. I think he is going to have a very good run here. All it takes is to sit at the back of the pack, folks, and get a really good draft all the way around the track and be further up into the pack than you started up in the pack. And you'll put a really good time on the board.
Hold on, you two leaving the pits. I'll come with you.
76 doesn't look like he's putting a lot of speed into this. Let's see where he comes across the track right now. He's 11th quickest, but after he makes that lap,
I wanted to set up for a fast lap.
it's not going to improve his time at all. Matthew Norberg actually fell back to 12th quickest. Jeff Wimmer just shot up into the pack here. He is out front here. Just made an awesome lap with a 390, 38.390 for Pennsylvania's Jeff Wimmer there in the 73 Ford Mustang. We got Cole Duggar out here chasing his dad. Let's take a little onboard ride with him. This is inside Cole's car. Inside Cole's car, and he's trying to get a run on Kip here. Getting right up behind that Rat Fink car. I had to lift a little bit, pushing a little bit. Oh, making it really hairy coming out of the corner for that 48 mobile. These guys almost bump drafts, and he moves down low to get around the 48 car here. We'll go inside the 48 car here, and he's trying to make a run up high, get a little bit of a speed going here. They both lay down a pretty good lap there, look like. Shoots Cole up to 3rd quickest with a 38.349. Kip's got a 38.434. Currently we have 15 cars posting time. 15 cars out there posted time right now. Still have a while to go here, another 12 minutes and 15 seconds left in this practice session. There's our 14 car, Ryan Travers. We'll see a lot out of him tonight. And he is riding with Charlie Markham there in the 28. And there goes the 14 car. Slide through the grass. He's lost it all by himself. He was racing with this 28 car, Charlie Markham.
Yeah, you're good. I saw you. That was interesting.
So we see these cars making laps. You can see the times rolling across the top of the screen there. 17 cars on the property tonight. Pretty solid field. So we get some scenic shots here of this Michigan International Speedway, tucked away in the Irish Hills of Michigan. All these drivers out here on the track making pretty good lap times. This 98 car is stuck in a big pack of cars. You see him racing here. He's got the 24 and the 12 in front of him, and now the 19 goes in front of him. These four have been juking it out the entire practice session, getting a lot of laps on the board. Hossack's got 17 laps in. Adam Brady's got 19 laps in, and Barrett Flo has 22 laps in. So it looks like Sean Judson is only on his second lap here, and you can see how he just flew right past all these guys and put a pretty good time down on fresh tires. Let's see what Sean Judson puts up on the board. His fastest time was a 38.380, and that time was a 38.776. So just didn't get enough drafting help to put him to the top of the board. He is currently fourth on the scoring pylon.
Yeah, I'm down for a pit party.
As you can see, it's all pretty close here on the times. The draft is the great equalizer here. Looks like everybody's rolling back to the pits and getting a group formed here at the end of pit road.
But he said he'd stick it back in.
Whole group getting ready here. Get some drivers lined up. You see the 46 there. Second fastest Axel Boda Herrera's out of Iberia. There's a 24 pulling off. Whole group of people here. If we pan the camera back just a little bit, you might see how many people we've got here in this pack trying to make a run at it. This is going to be a big pack of cars, and it should make for some awesome speeds here.
You guys go ahead.
On the track. Big pack of cars here trying to make a run at it.
Slow cars on the back stretch. And green flag. Green, green, green.
Someone yelled green, green, green. I can wait.
Just go. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know we were waiting for the box.
Here's the 17 car, the Gray Ghost Robert Honeycutt.
I'm practicing.
Take a ride inside his car, and you can see the guys junking and jiving up there in front of him. Let's see if he can make a good run through the pack or not.
Pause back to our way back just there and try and get a fast lap here.
Jump on board 73 of Jeff Wimmer, and we will look right outside of his visor cam here.
Haven't seen you again in a while. Looks like you guys are doing a lot of stuff with the other league. Yeah, it's easy to do.
Let's see if Jeff Wimmer can pull off a big fast run here. Doesn't seem to be able to get quite close enough to the pack. We'll jump on this 14 car, just the car in front of him.
That should be fun.
That is Ryan Travers. We are riding along board here. He is having some blinking issues, it looks like, but he is trying to catch this pack of cars too, making a run down low. Let's see if he can hold on to it. Nope, slides up the track, slides up some more, dove too deep. He's gonna hit the wall, and there he is hitting the fence and making a problem. We'll jump in the 48 car here. He's now at the back of this pack. Oh, I'm sorry, 24 cars at the back of the pack here with Hossack. And the 5 spins out. That is Scott Bittinger. Hit the wall hard.
That was close for us.
Oh, now the 11 car is getting squirrely in front of the pack, causing a big wreck with a 13 to 12. Oh, the 48.
That one hurt.
Everybody wrecked. We're luckily it's just practice, guys. Luckily, this is just a practice session. So all these cars return back to pit road.
Jacked right up for this track, and that one killed.
All right, about just under 5 minutes left here of practice. All right, just about 5 minutes left to practice here, guys. I am in the TV booth tonight if you want to add the radio channel at TV booth. If any of you guys fall out of competition tonight, you can jump over there and help me commentate a little bit. We will be doing post-race interviews, so if we could have the top 3 to 5 cars hang around at the end, we'll get you on the television.
Can I confirm that you are using spectator mode so you don't hear race control all night over the broadcast?
I couldn't really figure out how to get into spectator mode. I'm in the watch mode right now, and I can still hear race control over the broadcast.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll use driver chat. It's not a big deal.
Use the ad. No, I can hear admin too. Yeah. So it looks like we've had a couple more cars roll onto the property here. You've got the 22 car of Francisco Ambrose rolled onto the property here, unloading his trailer currently. And we've had the 45 car of Rockabilly Miles Morris also roll up to the racetrack here. We've got Ricky Williams in the 21 car, also just got here. And we've got the 8 car of Roaster Ryan Wingate. He is also pulled onto the property and is getting unloaded currently to make a run at this race tonight. So that makes 21 car field currently. 21 cars on the property. Should make for a great race here. We've got 2 minutes 30 seconds left of practice. We'll see what these guys can do. Tommy DeLego has moved all the way up to the top of the board. That must have been when he was in that big pack of cars. He put down a time of 37.856. The only driver to break into the 37-second bracket during practice here. He is 37.856, as you can see there. And Cole Duggar has run a 38.121. He is second quickest with
Did you get that fast lap behind
Kips
me?
Duggar. A 139.
Yeah. I was gonna say if you did, I was like, we were flying.
Hossack, you mind rolling over to the driver's channel on your radio? Because I can hear during the broadcast race control. Alright, like I said, about a minute left here. All these cars are making their final run at it in this test and tune session. on this test and tune session. 21 cars on the property to make a run at the race here tonight. Hopefully they can have a good go at it. Take a look at this 45 car. We haven't taken a look at him yet. That's a 45 car. Familiar paint scheme for Rockabilly Miles Morris. And there is our 8 car. The Benson Speed Equipment Chevrolet. That is Roaster Brian Wingate. Nice looking Benson Speed Equipment and Junior Motorsports machine. We'll jump inside his cockpit. Take a look at here as he makes a couple laps around the track. There you can see his gloves. Everything going on inside the track there. Got somebody doing burnout to the inside. They know it's almost over. And that's it, the end of practice. Everybody's going to start their qualifying session. And with that, we're going to throw it to a commercial break, and we will be right back with you here on the Sunday Cup Racing Network.
Davis Brothers has been providing homeowners and businesses with exceptional roofing services since 1983. From repairing roofs on small homes to installing new roofs on large commercial retailers, no job is too big or too small. Your home is an important part of your life, and your roof is an essential part of your home. We understand that. Whether you're inspecting, repairing, or replacing a roof, we'll treat your home like it's our very own. Low slope, steep slope, big or small, it doesn't matter, we do them all. And remember, we have the capabilities and the manpower to take on any size job. When it comes to your roof, it's important to be proactive. Choose an experienced roofer you can trust. At Davis Brothers Roofing, we are your experienced roofer. Contact us today for a consultation and let us earn your trust.
Again, we'd like to thank our friends at BeefJerkyUnlimited.com for their great meat snacks. They are a good sponsor to our series here. You got Tommy DeLago racing in the race tonight. He is the owner of this quality meat products company, BeefJerkyUnlimited.com. You can get it sent right to your door, folks. They make great stocking stuffers, all kinds of varieties of flavors and meats, and all the hot sauce you can handle. They also have 2 locations, one in Luna Pierre, Michigan, just north of Toledo, and the other one is in Dundee, Michigan, right next to the Cabela's. So go in and stop in and tell them that Sunday Cup League sent you, and get some great meat snacks from the boys at BeefJerkyUnlimited.com.
NHRA drivers get all the attention and TV time on race days. However, there's some very interesting storylines and people that don't always make the headlines
From the boys
on race days. Well, now thanks to moi and Full Throttle TV, you get a chance to meet some of these very different NHRA people. You see this guy all the time out here at the track taking pictures of all the big stars. Mark, how did you get started doing all this?
My father, he's been doing it since the 70s, so I grew up out here at the racetrack shooting, and I've been around here all my life.
So who do you pick and choose exactly who you want to shoot out here? Because I see drivers, I see pit guys, I don't even know who all.
I have certain clients that I shoot for, but then a lot of times I try and shoot everybody that I can out here. You never know when somebody's going to do something amazing, and it's just a matter of trying to shoot as many people as I possibly can.
And why do you have 2 cameras right here?
I've got different lenses on them. One's for shooting wide, one's for shooting stuff further away. It gives you a different perspective in your photos.
There is one person who I haven't seen you take a picture of.
Oh yeah, we got it.
All right, now we're done. Get back to work, Mark.
The thing I love about Mark's work is if you go on his website, he'll tell you the camera he used, the shutter speed. In other words, he gives away all his secrets. It's almost like he's daring you to match his work.
You kind of go race to race doing 23 races a year, and after a while you kind of see the same pictures over and over. But the different angles he does, the different, I don't even know what he uses, the lenses and the cameras or something, but it's just that his photos are so crisp.
Nobody comes up with that product that he does, and I think he's got that sixth sense, that creativity. He looks around, he finds shots that very few other people would think would make great shots.
I love going, checking out his Facebook and his website and just seeing all the different things that he does with all the sporting events, the baseball, the football, the drag races. Guy's does excellent work.
And he's capturing these moments in time and immortalizing something that few people would ever think would be as dramatic as that. The guy's just amazing.
And of course, we'd like to also thank our buddy Nick A. Sawyer for putting up some prize money for tonight Winston Cup Series. He's putting up purse money for everybody in all the different series, and we like to shoot out a big thank you to Nick A. Sawyer for doing that. And right now we're getting ready for the Champion Spark Plug 500 from Michigan International Speedway here on the Sunday Cup Racing Network. I don't know if you guys are ready to race, but I am. Well, let's get this thing going here. This is your starting lineup. On the pole is Hossack 24. Second place on the outside is going to be Cole Duggar. Jacob Denson is going to start third. Barrett Flo fourth. Kipps Duggar fifth. Tommy DeLego is going to start sixth. Seventh is going to be Scott Bittinger. Eighth is Adam Brady. Ninth is Roaster Ryan Wingate. 10th is Sean Judson. 11th is Charlie Harcum. Ryan Travers is going to roll off from the 12th position in that 14 car. You got Matthew Norberg in the 13. Jeff Wimmer in the 73 is going to be 14th. 15th is Miles Morris. 16th is Nick A. Sawyer. 17th is Alex Borea Herrera. 18th is the 17 car of Robert Honeycutt. 20th is Jose Medina. 19th is Jose Medina. 20th is Ricky Williams in the 21 car. And rounding out the field is the 22 car of Francisco Ambrose. So there you go. 21 cars to make the race tonight. Some good racing. And we shall be in store for a good race here tonight, folks. You see these cars roll out, start to form up. They are getting the 1 to go signal currently from the pace car. The lights are out. And should be some good racing here in the Sunday Cup League. You know, these drivers, the anticipation's building in them. And they are pumped up about this one tonight. So as these cars make their way down the back straightaway, they are starting to get all formed up here. As we see the second pack kind of struggling to get going here. They are getting all formed up. All 21 drivers out there, as you can see them all in the shot there. Getting lined up and ready to go racing here. 150 laps at Michigan International for the Champion Spark Plug 500 here in the Winston Cup Series for the Sunday Cup League. And there's your pole sitter, the number 24 of Hossack. They're getting ready to go. We will listen for the green flag signal.
Green flag.
Green flag is in the air, and then they go off down the front straightaway. Looks like Ryan Travers going to the outside a little bit. Looks like he might have started to catch the fence, but he is making his way down into the corner. We'll kind of keep our eye on Ryan Travers, as he seems to create a lot of excitement in the race. Hossack is still leading. Looks like second place is Cole Duggar. Third place is shaking out to be Jacob Denson. Fourth place is Barrett Throw, and Kipps Hall and Ass is in that top 5. Looks like the Adam Brady car is pulled into that 5th position. As we see all these cars making their way around the track. Oh, looks like they might be looking 3 wide with that 76 car to the inside. He thinks better of making it 3 wide down into turn 1. These guys are racing really hard at the back of the pack. And the guys up front are kind of conserving what they got a little bit. Looks like your 28 car's moving around a little bit. You saw the 45 of Miles Morris just then come down to hit the 46 of Axel. As they go down into the corner here, Axel's getting a good run underneath the 76. Hey, you see it here, folks. Some good hard racing here at Michigan International Speedway for these Cup cars. We'll go back up and see the battle for the lead right now. Looks like the 12 car of Barrett Flo making a run on the outside in that Benson Speed Equipment Mustang, and following him in the second Benson Speed Equipment Mustang, Adam Brady trying to push him past for the lead. So we have a lead change here on lap number 3. Barrett Flo to the point, and the 98 car of Adam Brady trying to stay on his bumper and pull past the 24. We've got the 11 car and the 48 car, the 2 Duggars, getting behind the 24 car, trying to make that inside line work. Looks like the 24 car is rolled out, and they were getting single file again. Behind them is Jacob Denson in the 6, and the 14 car of Ryan Travers. That is your lead pack, as they are starting to separate from the second pack, which is being led by Roasted Ryan Wingate in that Chevy, followed by the 9 car of Nick M. Sawyer. Back in the pack, looks like the only cars that are side by side is that 46 and the 5 of the bid man Scott Bittinger. So kind of getting everything sorted out here, getting these cars single file. Long race tonight, and these guys know it. They're trying not to burn off their tires because this is still a very high wear track, and you can really abuse those tires and you won't have nothing left at the end. But this is the most action-packed race on the field right now. Oh, looks like the 9 car is looking underneath the 8. The 8 car has caught the pack here. Roaster Ryan Wingate and the 9 of Nick Sawyer have caught that lead pack, and that makes 9 cars in that lead pack. Second pack is now being led by the 19 of Sean Judson. There he is, Sean Judson, in that 19 car. And there's your lead pack. I like using this wide camera angle, folks, so you guys can see all of the cars, and you can get a lot of cars in your field of view here. As you can see, almost the whole pack. The only car that's pulled off right now is the 22 car and the 13 car. It looks like they have either left the show or they are in the back, pulled into the pits. We've got a little battle for the lead here. 24 cars trying to make a run at them 2 cars. 98 car looks like he led a lap Adam Brady. 24 is going low on Adam Brady. See if he can make something happen. You got the 11 of Cole Duggar following him as they're starting to get a little racy here in the front of the pack. 7 laps into this 150 lap event. A long way to go. Some good hard racing. These guys aren't doing anything stupid, unless you consider racing this early a little stupid. You got the 14 car down low there, Ryan Travers. Let's see if he can hold his composure here in the back of this lead pack. Front 5 are starting to break away a little bit, with that Jacob Denson car falling back a little bit. Looks like the 24 car of Hossack is content to run behind the 12. And the only person out of line is that 14. My bet is that 14 car running that low line and not keeping up with everybody else, burning more tire than everybody else. He's going to fall back pretty fast here, and he's not going to have a lot of tire left. to try and hold on to it with. You got the 46 car of Axel trying to make a run here. He gets around the 73, pulls up behind the 19 of Sean Judson. 73 is making a run back on him. That's the best race on the track right now. There's that 73 of Jeff Wimmer making a run down low on Matthew Norberg in the 76. They start to get single file here, and you've got the 5 car of Scott Bittinger, the bid man, behind them. Falling back in the pack, you've got the 21 car. That is Ricky Williams falling way back. And you've got the 13 car of Tommy DeLego also falling way off the pace. These guys are still on the lead lap here. And you've also got the 20 of the Mexican Jose Medina. We'll go right back up front and see this pack. Looks like the 8 car's falling off a little bit. We'll take a look and see what happened to that 8 car. He got turned by the 9 and slid down into the front straightaway grass. There's a lot of damage on his car. The 9 has gotten some damage too. You saw it here, folks. Nick Sawyer and Roaster Ryan Wingate got together. And we have had a change for the lead. Your 11 car is pulled into the lead. Nope, we have not had a change for the lead. We've got Adam and Barrett up front. The 11 car, the 48, and the 24 car. That is your pack. The 8 and the 9 car falling back to the back of the pack. Roaster Ryan Wingate and Nick Sawyer. These guys are kind of single file back in the pack here. We see the 46 trying to get around the 14 car of Ryan Travers. See what happens here as these guys are getting kind of racy in the back. I feel like this might be our next incident back here, as everybody in the front is kind of single filed out at the moment. So that contact between the 9 and the 8 car was down on the inside out of the racing groove. Did not bring out the yellow flag from the officials. And everybody keeps racing. We have 14 laps in the books, as you can see on the top of your screen there. 14 green flag laps. We have not had a single caution yet, but that is always a possibility here. These guys are racing in the back. The 14 car and that 76 are getting sideways. You can see that 14 car is losing his tires like I predicted he would, running that low line. And you see the 19 car of Sean Judson making a run down low, seeing if he can do anything with those cars in front of him. You see the 14 car was down low. Now he slid up high with that lack of grip. And that's going to create issues with him as the 73 car is looking to try and make a move on him. That's Jeff Wimmer in the 73 car. As you can see all up front, it all looks about the same. This is the big race of side-by-side action right here. Going down into turn number 1 and out of turn number 2. You got the 19. Oh, the 14 hits the wall. He gets sideways, hits the wall again like I anticipated he would. And he is in trouble, folks. That 14 car has some heavy damage on him, it looks like. Yeah, you can see the back end's crinkled up there. His whole right side has hit the wall pretty hard. And he has fallen off of the pace of the race. Still up front, pretty much single filed out. The 12 car. Looks like our 98 car is falling back just a little bit into 4th position, the 98 of Adam Brady. But Barrett Flo is leading the way here. There's a look at Barrett's car. Leading the front of the pack here in the Winston Cup Series. And there's your top 5 there, kind of single file. Behind them, you've got the 6 and the 28 car. The 6, of course, is Jacob Denson. That's Charlie Harcum in the 28. And behind him, you've got the 76 of Matthew Norberg. These folks are just trying to hang on to the back of the lead pack, as you can see there. And behind them, everybody's starting to fall off just a little bit. Pretty spread out. So that's your lead pack, as these guys are trying to catch that lead pack and make it an 8-car lead pack. Behind them, leading the second pack, is going to be your 46 car. That is Axel Boada Herrerez. So this is your second pack of drivers here. And then you've got cars in the back that have had some issues. 20 car, I don't know if he's had some issues or not. There's your 9 and your 8 car. Those guys have got into each other and spun down to the inside and wrecked. They still have a little bit of damage. You can see on the 8 car there, he's got some pretty significant damage on the left side. 14 car looks like he's come into the pits, made a pit stop, fixed his car, and he is back out on the track, 1 lap down, Ryan Travers. There's your 19 car. I don't anticipate these cars making scheduled green flag stops yet, as they only have 3 sets of tires sitting on pit road waiting to be bolted onto these hot rods. 6 sets of tires. So that is your 19 car, Sean Judson. He is leading that second pack of drivers, as the first pack is really single filed out. And there's the back of that pack, as these 3 cars are trying to get up to these front cars and make it an 8-car pack again. But your top 5 is really doing a good job there. And your top 5 drivers are all kind of staying together. They know if they get out of line or do anything crazy, they are going to fall back into the clutches of these guys behind them. Looks like the 98 car of Adam Brady making a run up into the 3rd position. Hossack up into 4th, and Kip has fallen to the back of the pack here. He probably feels a little bit more comfortable not having a car right on his back bumper. So that if 48 rolls back to 5th position, your leader is still Barrett Flo at the completion of 21 laps. They're rolling down the back straightaway. And your second pack is where all the racing's going on, it looks like. These guys are still side by side here, as the 73 is trying to make a move on that 46 car. 46 is getting that high line momentum, and he's going to pull down the straightaway here and make something happen. Let's go inside Kip's car and ride along with this cockpit cam. We can see him battling for these top spots here. Those guys up front are starting to move around a little bit now as their tires start to wear. As you can see, Kip had to let off quite a bit coming out of that corner as his car is starting to wear. And that has got these 28 car, the 6, those guys are starting to catch the pack. You see the 76 there in his mirror. The B&H Racing Team cars of the 6 and the 28 are starting to move right on up here. There's your 28 of Harcum. This is your 6 car of Denson. And you can see just that's the top 5 cars up in front of them. They are starting to get a little racy up there. 98 car of Adam Brady has moved into the 2nd spot. That puts Benson Speed Equipment 1st and 2nd, with 3rd and 5th being the Team Danamore cars of the Duggars. We'll go back on in Kip's car here as he follows the 24 Smithfield car. Moved over to the Ford this year. That is Hossack. Michael Hossack in the 24. You see Kip getting real close. The air sucks him in. He had to lift. Has to not hit that 24 car. These guys still seem to be racing pretty hard here for that top 5. We are 24 laps into this race. If you ask me, these guys are still racing a little harder than they should. Kind of lay back and make sure you keep those tires under you. Now we'll look back at the second pack of cars here. Believe that is the 19 car leading that second pack right there. These guys are kind of getting single filed out too, trying to conserve what they got left. It's that 19 Fox machine of Sean Judson. And behind him a couple packs is the Pennsylvania driver of Scott Bittinger in the 5, the bid man. Rounding out the back of the field here, you've got the 20 car and the 9 and the 8. I believe these 20 car must have gotten into some kind of an issue here, touching the wall or something, and that 9 and the 8 car, we know what happened to those. Almost brought out our first caution of the event, but didn't. You've got the 13 and the 21 also trying to catch that second pack of drivers. That's your 21 car of Ricky Williams and the 13 of Tommy DeLego. They've actually made some ground on that second pack. And there's the tail end of that lead pack, as they just can't seem to get to the back of Kip's car. That 6 car of Denson just cannot get to the back of Kip's car, as Kip is the last car in that pack of cars. There's your top 5 as they roll down into turn number 1, with the 12 car Barrett Flo leading and Adam Brady in the second position, with Cole Duggar in the 11 third, the Smithfield Ford of the 24 of Michael Hossack, and there is Kip's hauling ass in 5th. So there's Barrett. He's led a lot of your laps here up in front of this event. Been doing a very good job of it. And those first 2 cars, the Benson Speed Equipment cars, leading the field here, as we've got Ford, Toyota, Ford, and Chevy in that top pack. That 11 car is really pushing hard on the 98, going down in the corner. Let's see if that gives him any momentum to try and catch the lead here. The 98's pushed off of him, trying to look low on the 12. I don't believe he has anything for him. The 12 car goes down and blocks a little bit. They all get back into single file formation here. And this front pack is really getting after it. As you see, the 24 and the 48 are starting to fall back just a little bit from these leaders. And that is letting the 6 car catch a little bit of that draft. So you got the 6, the 28, and the 76 making their way up into here. 7 cars at the front of the field with a pretty big gap back to the 19 car of Sean Judson. He is in 8th, leading that second pack. And then you've got a third pack. That third pack is being led by the 45 car. Miles Morris, and now falling into the clutches of the 21 car, Ricky Williams and Tommy DeLego. Tommy DeLego trying to make a run on the outside and pass both of them. Beef Jerky Unlimited Camaro making a run on the outside, passing both these guys. He might have saved a little bit of his tires, as Tommy runs these long races and knows all about saving tires, where some of these other guys might not be so good at doing that. Miles Morris tires looks like they might be gone, as he is getting eaten up by both of those cars in that Eclipse Racing eSims. Ford Mustang. We'll go back up to the front, see what these guys are doing here. Looks like still a pretty good battle for the lead here. You got the 12 still leading, 98 trying to get around him any chance he can, it looks like. And you've got the 11 of Cole Duggar is going to do whatever he can do. He just pushes that car in the 98 car so hard going down into the corner. Trying to give him a run on the 12 car. Maybe get those guys side by side and he can pass both of them and start leading some laps here in this Champion Spark Plugs 500. With 31 laps in the books, caution free so far, very fast race. These cars are about a second and a half off of their fast times. That shows you how much tires have worn out already in 32 laps, second and a half off. This is going to be a long race and a race of attrition here at the end, I think. As you got the 11 car moving down on the inside of the 98 of Adam Brady, 11 car of Cole Duggar making a run into that second spot. He might have been holding back just a little bit and saving some of his tires, but is it too early to try and make a move? As he slides up and the 98 gets back around him, these guys are racing hard, and Barrett Flo loves seeing that in the mirror as he's starting to pull away from these two who are racing side by side. As we see the J.O. Flow Grade Company of Barrett Flow, we ride in front of his car, and you see those two cars battling behind him for the race lead. That second place spot, you've got the 98 hung out on the outside right now. You got Barrett Flo, his teammate, moving up to the outside to try and help it. That leaves the 11 car down by himself, and he starts to fall back a little bit. It's all a game of drafting here, folks. It looks like our 6 car has moved right onto the back of that 48 car, making it a 6 car front pack. As you've got the 428 and the 76 have fallen back just a little bit. That 28 car is Charlie Harcum and Matthew Norberg in the 76 car. We'll have a little treat for you here now, guys. We'll roll inside the 6 car of Denson, and this is called our gyro cam. You'll see the camera move around just a little bit as he goes down into the corner. Right now you're on the straightaway, you're getting quite a view here. This is hooked up to a gyro, so when he goes down into the corner, you see the roll move into it as the camera starts to roll a little bit more as the G-forces affect that gyro cam. And this is almost what you're feeling inside, and you see he gets on the back straightaway and it flattens right out. Wait till he gets up into the corner behind Kip here, and you'll see him really slide out. There he goes into the corner and roll down in there with those G-forces pushing the top of that camera all the way out. The front straightaway, still quite a bit of banking here at Michigan International. These lead pack, you can see that 22 car up there. These lead pack cars are soon going to catch up to them. As there you see the back of the pack start to go by. Here comes the 14 car. See a little perspective on what's going on there. There's that 14 car. There is the back of the pack, and there's the front of the pack. It looks like our 24 car might have gotten a little bit sideways there, as he has fallen back just a little bit from that main pack. And now the top 3 have broken away as 24 falls into the clutches of the 6, and has got that second pack now, 5 car second pack, all formed up as they try to run down that front pack. That second pack is being led by the 48 car of Kip Duggar. As they start to get, you can see the lap traffic starting to form up in front of these guys as Barrett Flo is still leading this thing and doing a damn good job of it. Led almost every lap so far. We are 38 laps into this 150 lap event. Barrett Flo doing a damn good job as those front 3 have broken away as the 48 car bobbled a little bit, or 24 car bobbled a little bit, and it's fell back into the clutches of that second pack. He has fallen all the way to the back of that second pack. There is that 24 car of Michael Hossack. Will go inside his car, and you can see how he's just falling back a little bit. You watch his hands on the wheel here, and you'll see that he's fighting with it just a little bit. You can see the wheel there. You can see him off in the corner of your view there. You can see his hands on the wheels. Watch him fight it as he goes down into the corner here. Nice and smooth, nice and smooth. Still doing just a little bit of turning, and then right here he's got to gather it up just a little bit. Really still being pretty smooth on the wheel, trying to conserve whatever tire he does have left in that 24 machine. Again, down into the corner. Little bit of wheel input into it. Hand almost all the way up to the top of the wheel. As he rolls back, we'll take a look at the 76 car as he is battling that 28 car with the bright purple gloves on, the purple interior. We'll see how much input he puts into the steering wheel. As you can see, it goes down into turn 1 here, and his hand gets up on the wheel here, not putting as much input into that wheel. Barely any input into that wheel going through the corner as Hossack has, as we just looked at his car. Again, we'll go down into turn 3 and see how much wheel input he is putting into it. Not quite as much. As we look at our 28 car, he doesn't have a lot either. 6 cars right there with him. We've got cars pitting. The 11 car is pit. He is currently on pit road. You've got the 14 car back in the pits again to change tires again possibly. And you've got the 48 car also on pit road. That is Cole Duggar. And you've also got the 24 car. Saw them pit and jumped in there right now. Let's take a look at our leader here, Barrett Flo. There he is with that 98 behind him. I can't believe these guys are going to stay out that much longer, as it looks like our 98 car and the 12 car are pulling in with the 6, the 28, and the 76. So all of our leaders are making pit stops here. So we'll go inside this 12 car, watch them come down pit road. He is trying to stay under the pit road speed limit here. Pulls down into his pit stall. And the VSC guys go to work on that car. Pit service in progress. So right now that 19 car, there's your leader. The 19 of Sean Judson, he's staying out trying to make a long run strategy. See how much wheel input he puts into it. See, he's moving the wheel back and forth just a little bit as his tires are pretty well aged in that car. But right now, that's your leader. You've got Sean Judson and Jeff Wimmer in that 73 car. Those are your top 2 cars after pit stops are being made here. Barrett Flo is falling back. That puts Tommy DeLego up into the 3rd position. There's his car. He is now in 3rd as these pit stops start to cycle around. We see the 6 car coming out in front of the leaders, and we'll see how much faster his car is through the corner than these leaders on old tires. So that 6 car's got new tires. He's running that bottom line. And like I said, he's probably about 2 seconds faster than they are and just pulls right away from them, even though they had passed him, and makes quick work of them. 22 car is on pit road right now. He is a lap down. There's your 22 car, Francisco Abrees, making a pit stop. So currently your leader is still Sean Judson. There's Sean leading this pack. You see the 24 car, Michael Hossack, making his way up to right beside these guys, and he has fresh tires on his car, so he's going to make quite a bit of run around these guys, try and catch a 6. Looks like the 6 might have had a better pit stop than he did. And when it all cycles around, it looks like your leader is going to be Cole Duggar when we cycle through these pit stops. There's Cole. He was the first to jump onto pit road, and it looks like he is leading Barrett Flo. Where is Barrett at? Barrett is behind these guys. So there's yours. Will cycle out to be your 2nd, 3rd, and 4th place drivers after pit stops have been made. Cole Duggar had the best pit stop and the fastest time in and out and got back to it. Let's take a look at Cole Duggar's car here. He had a 14.6 second pit stop. Barrett Flo had a 14.6 second pit stop. The 98 car had a 14.2 second pit stop. That's Adam Brady. These guys stayed out a lap longer than everybody else. Cole Duggar must have had a slower pit stop, actually faster. He had a 13.6 second pit stop, but has fallen back behind these guys, so it's about that time getting on and off the pit road, as Kip has lost a little bit of ground doing that. We've got more cars pulling onto the pits, kind of this second wave of pitters here. The 19 car has pulled into the pits. There he is, the 19 car who was leading this thing, as all these cars are coming down to make their pit stops. You got the 20 in here as well, 21. All these cars making pit stops. That cycles around. Cole Duggar to the lead of this event with Barrett Flow second, Adam Brady, Kipps, and Charlie Harcum rounding out your top 5. We take a look at Barrett Flow here trying to get around the 17 car. For Robert Honeycutt, he is 9 laps down in that 17 gray Ghost car. And these guys with new tires are eating him up as these 12 car and this 98 will go on this 98 and right inside here. That white car in front of them is your leader. And the 12 car and the 98 are really making headway up to him. As you see, the 48's looking to the inside of these two. There's the 48, not quite able to pass the 98, and he is side by side with the 17 car of Honeycutt. There's Honeycutt falling to the back here, and there are your top 4 cars in front of them. 5th place is going to be Charlie Harcum. How far back is Charlie? You can see kind of there. That's how far back he is. He is running with the 76 of Matthew Norberg. Matthew Norberg in the 6th position. Jacob Denson has fallen all the way back to the 7th position. He is now behind these guys. He was running in the 6th position before the round of pit stops. Person that lost the most on that round of pit stops was the 24 car. He had a 15.9 second pit stop. There's the 24 car of Michael Hossack. Terrible pit stop on those guys. They're still getting the bugs worked out in this first year team. And 15.9 second pit stop's really going to ruin a race for you. But he is doing his best trying to get back up to there, as you can see. You've got the 8 car in front of him. That is 1 lap down roast to Ryan Wingate. Out of Let's take a look at your battle for the lead here. The 11 car has been passed by the 12 and the 98 as those top cars all seem to have formed up together here. And we'll look at our 22 car. Nope, I'm sorry. '20 car is getting gobbled up by these guys. So there is the front of our leader here. As the 20 car tries to catch in on that pack there, as you see him in the back in that Toyota trying to catch in and suck up to Kip, but he might have some damage on that car. Here's the 98 car looking to the inside just a little bit. But Barrett Flow has obviously the fastest car out on the track as he regains the lead. He has led the most laps so far. We have 100 laps to go in this event. 50 laps in the books. Alright, everybody's starting to cycle through here. Looks like a pretty green flag looking race. We're going to take a commercial break and we'll be right back here on the Sunday Cup Racing Network.
NHRA drivers get all the attention and TV time on race days. However, there's some very interesting storylines and people that don't always make the headlines on race days. Well, now thanks to Walk and Full Throttle TV, you get a chance to meet some of these very different NHRA people. You see this guy all the time out here at the track taking pictures of all the big stars. Mark, how did you get started doing all this?
My father, he's been doing it since the 70s, so I grew up out here at the racetrack shooting, and I've been around here all my life.
So who do you pick and choose exactly who you want to shoot out here? Because I see drivers, I see pit guys, I don't even know who all.
I have certain clients that I shoot for, but then a lot of times I try and shoot everybody that I can out here. You never know when somebody's going to do something amazing, and it's just a matter of trying to shoot as many people as I possibly can.
And why do you have 2 cameras right here?
I've got different lenses on them. One's for shooting wide, one's for shooting stuff further away. It gives you a different perspective in your photos.
There is one person who I haven't seen you take a picture of.
Oh yeah, we got it.
All right, now we're done. Get back to work, Mark.
The thing I love about Mark's work is if you go on his website, he'll tell you the camera he used, the shutter speed. In other words, he gives away all his secrets. It's almost like he's daring you to match his work.
You kind of go race to race doing 23 races a year, and after a while you kind of see the same pictures over and over. But the different angles he does, the different, I don't even know what he uses, the lenses and the cameras or something, but it's just that his photos are so crisp.
Nobody comes up with that product that he does, and I think he's got that sixth sense, that creativity. He looks around, he finds shots that very few other people would think would make great shots.
I love going, checking out his Facebook and his website and just seeing all the different things that he does with all the sporting events, the baseball, the football, the drag races. Guy's does excellent work.
And he's capturing these moments in time and immortalizing something that few people would ever think would be as dramatic as that. The guy's just amazing.
So there you go. Rebellious Photos of Mark Rebellious, one of our longtime contributors to the league. Little commercial for him. As we get back up to the front here, Adam Brady has taken the lead away from the 12 car of Barrett Flo, his teammate, and Adam Brady is now setting sail out front. 56 laps into this 150 lap event. Now Adam Brady has the car to beat. That's your top five as they seem to single file out here. Behind them, leading the pack, is this 28 car. And this is your 5th, 6th, and 7th place competitors here, as it looks like Matthew Norberg is trying to make a run here on that 28 car. These guys racing side by side is not going to help their progress any as they try to catch that lead pack. You can see the lead pack there in front of them. Matthew Norberg keeps looking low. That's just going to burn his tires up more and more. Charlie Harcum can just hang out and let him go past him. Oh, they almost touch. They almost touch again. That 76 got really squirrely going down in that back straightaway. As he's got the two BHR teammates behind him now. That is your battle for the 5th position. Let's take a look at back one of our front runners here. Michael Hossack falling back into the 8th spot after that terrible pit stop. And he has kind of fallen off of the pace and out of the draft. He is trailing the 8 car. And there's the 8 car. Still has that damage. Hasn't gotten it fixed yet. That left side damage from that first incident. Goes to Ryan Wingate in the 3rd BSE car on the track currently. He is shown in the 18th position, 1 lap down. And we want to take a look at this 20 car here. That is Jose Medina, Funky Cole Medina. He is in the 17th position, but what is nice about him is he is the first car 1 lap down, so if we do get a yellow, he is trying to hold on to this lead pack, which he's doing a damn good job of holding on to this lead pack. If we can get a yellow, he is going to race all the way around the track and get back onto the lead lap. And he is going to have a shot at this thing. So he is just trying to stay there, the first car 1 lap down. If these leaders come and try and lap any cars, which they are looking like they are coming up on the bid man, Scott Bittinger. There's Scott Bittinger. He is the final car on the lead lap. So him and Jose are going to be fighting it out here for the lucky dog position if we do end up getting a yellow flag in this event. But right now it's 60 laps in the books and it has been green all the way. Alright, we'll jump inside this 20 car. Jump inside his cockpit here and watch him try and run these leaders down and stay with them here as they try to pass the bid man, Scott Bittinger, into 5. looks like Scott Bittinger has gotten lapped, and now he is pulling into the pits to make a pit stop here. His last pit stop was a 14.9 second pit stop. And it looks like we are starting to get our second wave of pit stops. The guys that waited longer on the first wave of pit stops are now coming in, making another pit stop. So these guys are getting their second set of tires, it looks like, which will leave them one set of tires left with about 90 laps to go. That is going to be hard to go 90 laps on one set of tires, as our leaders still are on the second set of tires that they have. And there you see our leaders. The top three. Looks like our 76. Matthew Norberg has moved into the 4th position. Barrett Flo and that 12 car has fallen back out of the pack. I'm not sure what happened to him. There's our 12 car Barrett Flo. Looks like he has just fallen out of the clutches of these cars, and he is now in the back of the pack. Again, our first car 1 lap down is still Jose Medina. He is trying to stay in there, and the 6 car has caught him. That 6 car of Denson. Lead lap car making a pass on a lap down competitor here. He has fallen away from those other 2 cars that he was racing, but we'll watch these guys in the back here. The 6 car of Denson and the 12 car Barrett Flo. Barrett Flo, we know, has a fast car. We'll see if he can try and make it back up to the pack. He's currently 3 seconds behind the leader, and the leader of the race is AB Adam Brady. There's Adam Brady making a higher line run on it here. Another car pitting. That looks like it's the 46 car of Axel Barrera Herreras. He is rolling down pit road. He had a 15.6 second pit stop last time. You see the 22 car already in the pit lane. A couple cars making their second round of pit stops. I know that's going to be hard on them, as they're going to have a long way to go with 1 set of tires left. Alright, looks like the 76 car is trying to make a move and try and maybe lead a lap here. Matthew Norberg getting side by side with that 28 car. He moved down to the bottom, tried to make a run, could not hang on to it, and let those 2 cars back around him as he was moving up into that 3rd spot. Falls back into the 6th place. We see this 46 car of Axel come out of the pits here. Let's see if he's any faster than these leaders on the new tires. It looks like he is catching up to that pack, trying to make a run on these guys. So that 46 car on his second fresh set of tires. Let's see if he can make a run around the pack here. He is currently 2 laps down. Jose Medina is still your first car 1 lap down in that lucky dog position. As we see the 46 car run up on these guys, we'll wonder if he's going to make a good move or a bad move here as he rolls up on these cars. He's obviously got faster tires. Don't know if he's going to try and save them or just try and make something happen here, as he is the first car 2 laps down. If he can get around these cars, he will be back 1 lap down and actually be able to fight for that lucky dog position. So we see the 28 car there slid out a little bit and hit his right front. And we got a battle for the lead as that 11 car and that 98 car battling each other. 11 car is still not able to pull that move off, as your 98 car of Adam Brady is still leading this event. Looks like it's been Benson Speed Equipment leading almost every lap here today. As you see the 46 trying to go low. try to make a run on these guys. He got faster tires, which makes it a faster car, but he is starting to not know where to go, and he is making the right decision by not trying to make something happen here and get around these leaders. He realizes those are racing, that's the top 5, and they're racing for the win here tonight. Doesn't want to do anything to fuck that up. Alright guys, so we're 70 laps into this event. You see that 28 car. There's your 28 of Charlie Harcum trying to make a run on these guys. The 11 car has ducked low, and we'll see if that 11 car can make a move for the lead. I do not believe he led that lap. Adam Brady led that lap by the smallest of margins over that 11 car. Now the 11 car is eked out at the front. Those guys are racing very hard for this lead, as Cole Duggar wants to get some laps led in the books here tonight. So you got the front 5 cars. You can throw a blanket over them, folks, and you got the 46 car hanging out in the back, not doing anything stupid here, as he's the first car 2 laps down. And these guys are racing hard. You see that 11 car run all the way down onto the apron, trying to make something happen here. But that outside run with them Fords is just too damn strong for him, as the Fords of the 28 and the 98 roll to the outside and make it happen here. 98 rolls down in front of the 11 car, trying to knock off his forward momentum, and that leaves the 28 car running for the outside. Charlie Harcum might try to lead his first laps of the night here, folks. Charlie Harcum's doing a hell of a job running up with these SCL veterans, and he is now pulled into the lead. New leader, that is the 28 of Charlie Harcum. So there's your 28 car, the B&H Racing Team car. Made it all the way mid-pack up to the front. He is leading this event. Hell of a run for Charlie Harcum in that 28 car, as the guys are still battling for that second position. They're probably wondering how the hell that 28 car got around him, but he did. That is your top 5 still right there, folks. Top 5. Nobody's running away with it here in this Champions Spark Plugs 500, as the 11 car looks like he's trying to run low. The 98 car is trying to run high, keep that outside momentum going. Not able to make anything happen here. Kip's looking low on both of them. Tries to get back up in line, which he is going to be able to. The front 5 cars are nose to tail. Quite a battle here for the lead of this Champion Spark Plug. But there's still a long way to go, as we are not even to halfway in this event. 77 laps to go, 74 in the books. Almost to the halfway point. You got to think these guys might be pulling in and trying to make a pit stop now, as they have 2 sets of tires. All these leaders got 2 sets of tires still laying on pit road, all glued up, ready to roll. We have 3 cars currently retired from the event. 22 of Francisco A. Breeze, the 17 of Robert Honeycutt, and the 14 of Ryan Travers. Those guys are 19th, 20th, and 21st respectively. Last car out there is only 2 laps down, and that is Scott Bittinger, the bid man. He's in 18th spot, 2 laps down. Still, your first car 1 lap down is Jose Medina. And there's that 20 car all by himself here on that 1 lap down. Your leader is still Charlie Harcum, as we have now reached the halfway point of this event. Halfway in this event, all these leaders still have 2 sets of tires sitting. That's going to play a huge factor of when they make their pit stop. We have been green flagged the entire race. No yellow flags. That's some really great driving from these competitors out here in the Sunday Cup League. This is the Winston Cup Series, so these are our top drivers. And they are putting on a show here today at the Michigan International Speedway. Like to see this nice close racing here, guys. It's imagining we ran over 77 laps, and these, you can still throw a blanket over this top 5 car. Nobody has been able to pull away from each other, even through the cycle of pit stops. They have all caught back up to each other and racing hard. Let's take a look at our 12 cars. Led a lot of this race. He is mired back here with a 6 car as those guys are trying to get back to it. Barrett is in 7th. That 6 car is in 6th. And he is thinking that maybe he can go faster than that 6 car if he can just get out front in front of him, but is not able to. Let's take a look at this 12 car. It looks like he's got some damage on the front of that thing. So he must have got up into the wall. As you can see the damage on his hood, and then the whole right side of that car is all dented in. He has gotten some damage when he fell out of the lead. So that must be also hurting his car just a little bit. We'll go back up to the front here. And there again is Charlie Harcum leading this thing. Last car on the lead lap is Rockabilly Miles Moores. He is trying to run down Ricky Williams in the 21 car. There's the 21 car. Those guys are fighting for the last car on lead lap, along with the 19 car. He has 1 lap down. That is Sean Judson. 19 car, 1 lap down, taking his set of tires. But there's your leader, the 28 car, Charlie Harcum, leading some good laps out here in the Sunday Cup League. He is from Virginia. He is up front, and he is getting battled by the 11 car of Cole Duggar. Cole Duggar is trying to make a run here for the lead. We've got a battle for the lead, folks, going down into turn number 1. 11 on the inside, 28 on the outside. Cole Duggar takes the lead position away from Charlie Harcum in the 28. That Ford Mustang's trying to fight back on the outside, but to no avail. It is going to be Cole Duggar taking the reins of this event here in the lap number 80 of this 150 lap event. You can see the 76 car has fallen back a little bit. That 76 car, Matthew Norberg, has fallen out of that lead draft. So right now you've got 4 cars in that lead draft fighting for the lead. You see Kip Duggar looking on the inside, trying to follow his son Cole through here. And you've got the 2 Ford Mustangs on the outside running together, the 98 and the 28. As you see 28 making a big wide arc. 98's rolling in behind the 48 and going below that. They are 3 wide coming off of turn number 2 for that 2nd position. 28 car got a good run on the outside, pulled in front of them. They are back to single file as those front 4 cars, you can throw a blanket over them. They are nose to nose, tail to tail here at Michigan International. All right, we've had a little bit of online feedback here from James R. Hester. He said it's looking good, and he's going to be running the entire season next year. So James R. Hester has thrown his hat into the ring for that Winston Cup Rookie of the Year for season 30. It's going to be a big season, season 30, as we are not even quite way to halfway in season number 29 here. As we got some hard charging, hard racing here in this Winston Cup Series. You got the 98 car looking on the outside, as you can see there. 98 car trying to make something happen here on Kip Duggar. I think that 98 car might just be hanging out, trying to conserve his tires and make a run at it when it counts. We'll go along with that 98 car. We'll jump inside of his car in the gyro cam and watch him follow Kip, Charlie, and Cole here. As you see him go low on that corner, man, he's getting a lot of G's into it here. It almost makes you sick looking at this camera. That's the gyro cam, and he's pulling into the pits. That 98 car is pulling into pit lane, making his 2nd pit stop of the night. There is the 98 pulling down into pit lane, trying to be the first on this 2nd cycle We've got the 12 car following him. That's his teammate. These Benson Speed Equipment Mustangs are making their final pit stops at the same time. Our leader is still the 11 car. He has got to get into the pits and not let these 98 and the 12 car pull away from him. That 98 car is going to have fresh tires, and he is going to be really digging once he gets out here. We are 84 laps into this event. Probably not too early to make that final pit, or a second to last pit stop. As you see the 28 pulling off, the two Dynamore cars are staying out front, and there's the 28 and the 76 pulling in to make their second pit stop of the event. Charlie Harcum in that 28 car had a 14-second pit stop on his first go around. Let's see how fast he can make this second pit stop happen. He's doing a good job hustling, trying not to speed, getting onto pit road here. A speeding penalty can really cost these guys quite a bit. As the crew jumps out, they jack up that right side of the car, pull those tires off, put some new tires on, run around to the left side of the car, jack that up, pull those tires off, put them on. He's currently 12 seconds, 14.2 second pit stop for that 28 car. 76 behind him had a 14.3 second pit stop. 98 car had a 14.3 second pit stop, and there he is back out in front. I believe we have the 11 car and possibly the 48 car, both on pit road here. 11 and 48, Team Dynamore's crew chiefs have called those guys into pit road. And here they are making their final second pit stops of the event here. That will leave them one set of fresh tires waiting in case we do get a caution or they have to run. Right now we had no cautions in the event. We are 86 laps into it. There is Cole with a 14.4 second pit stop. Let's see how that stacks up. And we've got the 48 with a 13.9 second pit stop. Really fast pit crew on that 48 Dynamore car. Right now the 11 of Cole Duggar is still in the lead. And there's the 98 car trying to pull up into second spot. He's got more momentum. He might take the lead here as he got into the pits quicker, came out and has some fresh tires and has made up some ground, and he takes the eventual lead of the race. Right now the 73 car is your leader, and the 9 car of Nick Sawyer is in second spot. These guys are yet to pit, but when it all cycles through, this 98 and this 11 car right here are going to be battling for the lead once these pit stops cycle through on the second round of pit stops in the Champion Spark Plug 500. You viewers at home, we take any of your live feedbacks here. You want to just leave a comment on the video here, and if you're watching it live, leave a comment, and we'll read your comment live on the air. There's that 98 Mustang of AB Adam Brady. Cole Duggar has a couple laps fresher tires than he does. The 98, the 28, I believe, pit on the same lap. There's the 98. 28 pit a lap after, and the 11 pit a lap after him. And we've got Kip Duggar has fallen back out of the draft here, this lead pack. So, I don't know, Kip keeps having quick pit stops, but he falls out of the lead pack when they start racing again. So Kip is trying to make his way back up into the front here. Right now, Adam Brady is pulling away from this thing. And our lucky dog driver is still Jose Medina. There's a look at Jose's Ducati car. Ducati car for Jose the Funky Cole Medina. He is racing with Sean Judson. Sean Judson is now past him, and that is your lucky dog car. If the caution is to come out right now, Sean Judson would get one of his only lap back. We've got some activity on pit road here. The 13 car is making a pit stop, also the 73 car. And they are pulling out of the pits. 14.3 seconds. Let's see what the 13 had here. A 14.0 second pit stop. for those two as they have completed service. The 98 car is not leading right now. The 21 car is still staying out there. That is currently your leader. Nick Sawyer, who was in second, has just pulled into pit lane. There you see Nick Sawyer's 9 car. So this 21 car is out front and about a full straightaway in front of that lead pack once it cycles through. But there is your 21 car. He is the leader, getting some laps in the books here. Ricky Williams looks like he is slowing down and pulling into pit lane in that Alienware Camaro. And here he comes into the pit lane. That 21 car relinquishes the lead and is going to give it back to Adam Brady once he pulls around here. You see Adam is just now going past that 21 car who was on pit road, takes the lead. Adam Brady back into the lead here in this event. Just under 60 laps to go here. Again, we've had no yellow flags here. Clean and green the entire race. Putting on a really good show here. These are the best of the best in the Sunday Cup League, and they are proving it once again here today. Adam Brady out in front making quick work of it here. We will go on board this 76 car. He is able to hold on here. Newcomer to the league, Matthew Norberg, will go inside his car as he follows these top 3 cars. And Matthew Norberg making a run down low on the 28. See if he can make something happen here. Probably pull into that 3rd position, but the 28 is drafting on the 11. I don't think it's going to happen here. As he lifts a little bit, tries to get back in line. That is a smart decision there by the 76. We'll go on board with the leader here. The cockpit cam for AB Adam Brady. You can see in his mirror. And you can see in his mirror that the 48 car has pulled back up into this pack and made it a 5 car battle for this lead. So there's your 48 of Kip Duggar burning his shit up, trying to get back up to these guys, and has caught him and is now just going to sit in the draft and probably ride it out there. There is your 48 car of Kip's. As you see the 76 making a run to the inside there around the 28, trying to get into that 3rd position. I don't really know what that's going to gain him at this point of the race, but he is trying to make something happen. And he's probably burning up his tires doing it, as these other 4 cars might be a little bit wiser. As Kip, you see Kip lifted a little bit there and let the 76 back in. That is also a smart move. Kip's not trying to do anything stupid here, as he's already burned up some of his tires trying to make it back up after that bad pit stop. There's a good look at that 48 car. He's had a hell of a run here. And there's Charlie Harcomb's led some laps earlier in this event. He is back in the 3rd position in that B&H Racing. Let's take a look at where that 2nd B&H Racing car is, that of the 6. And there he is, Jacob Denson. Jacob Denson was running with Barrett Flo. There's Barrett, and there's Jacob. It looks like they have fallen back just a little bit. They are currently almost 5 seconds off of the lead. Back to your lead pack as they are starting to catch traffic here. You see that 20 car, and I believe it's the 45 of Rockabilly, Miles Morris. That 20 car is in last place on the field right now, in 18th. So that 20 car is in last place right now of 18th. He was sitting in the lucky dog position for so long, trying to tail on the back end of this lead pack. But there he is, about to get swallowed up and go 2 laps down. So last place is still only 1 lap off of the pace here, as him and Miles Morris are racing for it. Miles Morris is the last car on the lead lap. And your lucky dog is still currently the bid man, Scott Bittinger, in the 5. He is going into turn 3 right now as these leaders are coming off and going across the line currently, as they try to catch these 2 One's the lap down car, and one is the final car on the late lap. That's Rockabilly Riot. It shouldn't take them long to gobble up these two cars that are a little bit off the pace here. Eleven cars running down low, trying to make a run and lead some laps here on Adam Brady. He does pull it off. Oh, just barely sneaks in front of that 98 car. And we have a change for the lead. Now the 11 of Cole Duggar is your new leader in this event. Swapping it back and forth. Now Cole Duggar has taken the point. So I don't know if you noticed it there, but that 98 red car there blinked out for just a little bit. That is Adam Brady. He is having some blinking issues. He has 11 blinks so far, as these guys have caught the back of that pack, and they passed the 45 car, Miles Morris, and they put him one lap down. So now Miles Morris is currently in your lucky dog position. Let's see if he can do what the 20 car had done and glom onto the back of that lead lap pack and stay in the draft of these cars and try and stay in that lucky dog position. Let's see if he can do it or not, as Cole Duggar is now pulled right up behind that 20 Takiti car, Tecate of the 20. That's Jose Medina. Jose Medina is currently the final car in the race, 18th position, one lap down. Cole's looking to put him 2 laps down. They are racing side by side. Looks like the 98 cars pulled back and fell back in the pack just a little bit. 28 rolls up. 28, that's Charlie Harcum. He has rolled up into the 2nd position here. Going down the back straightaway here. 101 laps. We just broke the 100 lap mark. 50 to go in the Champion Sparkplug 500. All clean and green so far. This is going to be one for the record books as far as speed goes here at the Michigan International Speedway. 0 caution so far. These guys have done a really great job. Man, that 98 car has fell back quite a bit in these last couple laps. I don't know if he had gotten into the wall or not. Let's try and take a look at the rear of his car here. I don't see any damage on the front end of that Mustang. Let's take a look at the back. I don't see any damage at all. He just had to get out of the throttle, it looks like, and Adam Brady has fallen back out of that lead pack. Right now that lead pack is being led by Jose Medina. There he is, leading those leaders. Jose Medina is trying to stay on the tail end of the 1 lap down lap. Miles Morris is currently your lucky dog candidate. I think Cole Duggar might be content to ride with him here, if Jose can maintain a good pace. Jose only has 10 laps on his tires, as these leaders have almost 20, so you can see why that 20 car may be a little bit slower than these guys, as he's a lap down. Obviously he's a little bit slower, but he is staying right with him as he has 10 lap fresher tires. So that's how much these tires mean here at Michigan International Speedway. Still a high wear track. It is currently 71 degrees here in the Irish Hills of Michigan. The track temperature is all the way up to 110 degrees. Just a slight north wind at 2 miles an hour here under this partly cloudy sky. 19% humidity on the track right now. Beautiful day for racing. Nice 70-degree day. Track's heating up, and so is the action. There's your top 4. Again, you can throw a blanket over them top 4 cars. And so it looks like Cole Duggar is actually pulling back a little bit, and the 20 car of Jose Medina is pulling away from this pack here. Looks like Kip Duggar is making a run on the inside here. Get behind that 28, shuffling out the 76 as those cars are staying in line there. 28 is tucked back in. Side by side for third position here. Side by side for third position. So currently Sean Judson is your last car on the lead lap. Let's take a look at Sean Judson here. He has the oldest tires, and it looks like he is pulling in to make a pit stop on that automobile. There's Sean pulling into the pits. He has 45 laps on that run, so I believe that is still his first set of tires that he's on. He's just going one lap down, so currently he is the lucky dog candidate. I think Miles Morris will jump back into that position here through this cycle of pit stops. But that 19 car is going to have a fast car with them fresh tires. There's your top four rolling down the back straightaway. It's Toyota, Ford, and Chevy in that lead pack. Now the 28 car is rolling to the outside, trying to make a run at Cole. Wants to lead some more of this race. These guys are hungry for lead laps. 43 laps to go in this event. All these guys have one more set of tires. I believe if somebody could roll into the pits now and make a pit stop, it might be beneficial for them. Maybe even this car here, the 98. As it looks like the 12 car has made his way back up into this event here. I don't know how, but that 12 car has made his way. He's got to have a really fast car with the damage that he has on there. That 12 car has made it back into the 5th position. Barrett Flow is currently in that 5th position, but if either of these BSA cars can fall into the pits, as it looks like it's going to be a green race till the end, if these guys can pull into the pits, try and get a couple laps on these leaders here, that might be beneficial and be able to pull out the win. It looks like Barrett Flow is trying to make a run here on the 48, and he's doing it. Barrett Flow and Adam Brady have the oldest tires in this lead pack, but there again, they are all back to it. And those top 6 cars are all back into one pack. Nobody is getting away. And 28 car of Charlie Harcum now is our leader. He is passing that lap traffic of the 20 car, who's just starting to fall off a little bit with the older tires. Charlie Harcum is your leader of this event. And that 20 car has been running up in that lead pack for quite a while now. 2 cycles of pit stops. 20 car is holding court in that Tecate car. As you see the Taco Bell car go down on the inside of the Mexican, he is making a run on that 76. Matthew Norberg, and they're all starting to gobble up. Oh, we have a little bit of a wreck, it looks like, in the back of the pack.
How was your forward drive there toward the end of that little
We have a wreck, and the caution is out, folks. Let's take a look at that previous crash here. I think it started with this 20 car. It looks like, there you see the 48 car, and did not see that 98 on the outside. As you see the 48 car roll down in here, 98 on the outside, 48 up there. They might have touched, I don't know. Let's go to the inside of that 98 car and see exactly what happened here. There you see the 98 coming to the outside of the 48. He rolls up into the outside lane, gets a little bit loose and bobbles just a little bit, and the 48 had nowhere to go as they wreck each other. And that brings out our first yellow flag of the event. First yellow flag of the event. Charlie Harcum is your leader as he is following the pace car there. And we have a yellow, folks. Yellow flag with 40 laps to go. I believe all these lead cars and everybody else is going to come down and take their last set of tires if they have any. I think some of those cars might not have one set of tires left, and they are going to have to stay out, possibly get a wave around here, as it looks like the 20 car is staying out. He might be looking for a wave around. If he does not pit, he will get that wave around, but it looks like a lot of these cars are pulling onto pit road here. All the lead lap cars are making pit stops here. Even that 21 car, 24 car of Michael Hossack has stayed out on the track. He was the last car lap down, I believe. 24 cars stayed out on the track, trying to get some track position here. And we'll see what he can do. Here's your race off of pit road. Race off of pit road looks like it's going to be Charlie Harcum getting it over the 76. There's the 11 car. Barrett Flo got his car fixed, I believe, as everybody else cycles off of pit road. These are all your late lap cars. Let's take a look at the front of that 12 car and see if he did get it fixed. It looks like they've beaten those body panels out, and that car is now 100% good to go here to the end of this race. Oh boy, now we're going to go for some good racing here. Your 28 car of Charlie Harcum is still leading this pack. Let's see if some of these other cars pull down pit road. This is your lap down cars. I think that 20 car is going to have to pull in as he is missing his bumper cover in that incident. These cars are either looking to make a pit stop or get the wave around. I think the 24 car, the 5 car, and the 19 car are all looking to get wave arounds here. 24 car, 19 car, and the 5 car. 5 car was 1 lap down. He is trying to get the wave around here. Here's your 20 coming in, getting fixed up. So there's your 24 car. He has got the wave around. 1 lap to go here. 24 car is back on lead lap. Your 19 car of Sean Judson is back on lead lap. Scott Bittinger, the 5 car, is now back to 1 lap down. And I believe Miles Morris did not make the run around. So there you go. And you got the 20 car and the 8 car pulling off of pit road right now. Looks like that 8 car has repaired his damage too, and he is on the lead lap at the tail end of it. I believe he could have got the lucky dog, I believe, that the 8 car might have. But there is your leader, the 28 car. An awesome pit stop from those guys. Got him back out in front. And with 38 laps to go, lights are out on the pace car, and we are getting ready to do this thing one more time. I believe we're going to have a lot of action here, and we might not have seen the last caution so far. You know how cautions breed cautions. Track temperature is heating up just a little bit to 114 degrees Fahrenheit. Here they go. Pace car is getting ready to duck on off here, and we will see what happens. There is your leader. And he's got the green in hand. He's gassing it up. Jumped the start just a little bit, but that's his prerogative as soon as the pace car pulls into the pits. And you can see him starting to gap that 76 car just a little bit. That might not be a good thing here on this big super speedway track, but right now these cars have fresh tires and they are getting it. You see the cars farther back in the pack there. Looks like the 6 car. But Denson is starting to pull back a little bit off of that 12 car. 12 cars trying to make his way back. He does not want to lose this lead pack again. Looks like the 98 car is trying to make some moves in the back there. 98 of AB Adam Brady. You can see that red car on the inside of Tommy DeLego making that run all the way on the inside, and he's picking up a couple spots and moves him into the 9th position as he is trying to make his way back up into the lead pack. We've got a big pack of leaders here, and they're all single file strung out as it is. Charlie Harcum really starting to make a name for himself in the Sunday Cup League. If he can pull off a big win like this in this Champions 500, it is going to be a big win for that competitor out of Virginia. Denson is making a move on the inside here. Jacob Denson making a move to the inside. He's right behind Cole Duggar, moves him into the 4th position. And the 9 car of Nick Sawyer also making a run at it here. He's making his way back into the top. I'm sure these guys love that last caution because that brought them right back into the race here. But currently that 28 car and that 76 are pulling away just a little bit. 28 out in front. These guys are racing side by side, and that's just going to help them pull away even better. The 98 has moved all the way back up into this pack, and he is to the inside of Kip Duggar. That spelled disaster last time he was up to the outside, but he is passing him to the outside. 98 is making great headway to get back up to the front of this pack, and we'll see what he can do. Again, that 98 car of AB Adam Brady. Oh, they are 3 wide going down into turn number 2. Denson slid up. The 12 car Barrett Flo pulled to the inside, passed both of them. And the 98 car started following Barrett. Those are teammates. And they are following each other back through this as you got Kip Duggar pulling to the inside of that Denson auto machine. And Cole Duggar is getting swallowed up by these BSE cars on the outside line there. The car we haven't seen up in the top of the pack for a while here, Nick Sawyer, big contributor to the Sunday Cup League, currently up into 3rd spot. He's having a great run at the end of this thing. He loves seeing that caution. Because like I said, he was all but out of it, and now he's back on in it. Right now, that 28 car is pulling away, setting sail, and loves seeing these guys race back behind him. There's the 28 car of Charlie Harcum. That B&H racing car, as these guys are battling for that 2nd position. There's your lead pack. Nose to tail, side by side in the back here. "32 laps to go in this event, and these guys are racing like it's the last couple." Again, that 9 car of Nick Sawyer has made his way up. Look at that 21 car. He has also not been up in the lead pack all race long. That 28 car and the 13, they have made their way back up into this lead pack along with the 73 car. And all of these cars love seeing that last caution because it brought them right back into the fray. Oh, we've got a little bit of contact. Looks like the 13 got into the 11 right there a little bit. Tommy DeLego and Cole Duggar, as they are getting strung out single file in the front. And there's that 9 car of Nick Sawyer trying to make a run on the lead. There's your battle for the lead, folks. Charlie Harcum leading the way here, and that 9 car and the 12 car is now pulled into that 2nd spot, going to the inside. The 12 car trying to make a run on these guys here. There he is, that 12 car, Barrett Flo, looking for the lead. Racing hard with 28 laps to go here in this event. They've got 123 under their belts already, and this is a good race for the lead pack. There's that 9 car of Nick Sawyer in that Chevy Goods Camaro. There he goes, the 12 car to the inside, followed by that Alex Bowman throwback screen of the 9. 12 car is trying to make a run on the inside, and he's going to do it, folks. He's going to lead this lap. That 12 car, Barrett Flo, leading again at Michigan. 28 car on the outside. That's a hell of a battle for the lead here, as we've got racing further in the back of the pack too. Kind of the unknown wild card in this race has got to be that 21 car, Ricky Williams, sitting back there. I haven't seen a lot out of that competitor, and if he can make it up into this front pack, we don't know what's going to happen. And there's Nick Sawyer pulling out a second. 28 car Charlie Harcum is content, it looks like, to ride behind that 12 car with 27 laps to go here in Michigan. There's the 98 of Adam Brady trying to make his way up around that 76 car. 98 of Adam Brady looking low. Making a run. Can he clear him coming off the corner? Yes, he can. Adam Brady into that 4th position, as it's a dogfight down the back straight. Here they go through the tri-oval. You've got some battles going on in the back here. Looks like the 9 car is trying to go around the 28 car of Charlie Harcum. 9 car of Nick Sawyer is making a run down low. I don't know if he can do it without help, but we'll see here as... Oh, they get close coming out of the corner there. Almost made contact. 9 car falls in back behind the 28 of Charlie Harcum. It looks like everybody else behind him is kind of content to stay single file for the moment, but we know that's going to heat up with only 25 laps to go in this event. Your leader is still Barrett Flo in that Benson Speed Equipment Mustang out front. Hailing from North Carolina, he has got Charlie Harcum from Virginia right behind him, trying to make something happen. You see him in the 9 car kind of rolling that high line, trying to get around Barrett, but Barrett's kind of toying with him, going back and forth wherever he wants to go. As long as he's leading, he's happy. We're going to ride along the beef jerky onboard in the back of the pack here. That is Tommy DeLego in the back of the pack. See, he's having to lift and get out of the gas a little bit. Now he's down on the inside of that 76. The lifting getting a little squirrely. You can see that dirty air in the back of the pack is really fucking with these cars. There he goes back down to the corner, having to lift a little bit more to maintain grip. As it's a dog fight in front of him. 12 car Barrett Flo still leading this thing. There he goes looking to the outside, see if he can make something work up there. He's getting a little bit anxious as time is running away here to only 22 laps to go in the event. 1 caution for 3 laps. That's all we've run here. 1 yellow flag. There you can see that whole lead pack in front of him as that 12 car is running away with it, starting to get a little bit of a gap on everybody else. There's your 12 of Barrett Flo just coming across the line, 21 laps to go. Who's going to win it? We don't know. It could be any of these guys currently on the screen in front of us. The 9 car is trying very hard to get around that 28 car, but without drafting help, it is going to be hard to do as he tucks back in line. You've got 2 very strong competitors behind him in the 11 and the 98. That is Cole Duggar. Will ride along him on the blank in-car cam. There's Cole Duggar chasing that 98. 98's getting a little bit squirrely coming off the corner. We'll see what he can do going down the back straightaway. Not a lot he can do. These cars are having to lift once they get to the back of the other car. And we'll go inside the 98 car here. This is our Valvoline cam. As you can see, Cole kind of dogging him in the mirror behind him with that 48 car of the other Duggar behind him. And you see the leaders in front of him as he tries to run these guys down with 19 laps to go. We'll see what happens here at the closing laps of the Champion Spark Plugs 500. With 18 laps to go, we're going to step away for a second, take a short commercial break. Beef Jerky Unlimited, bringing you the best in beef snacks and every kind of other thing you can think about eating for the processed beef world. They have other kinds of venison, pork. They have all kinds of different flavors, mesquite, nitromethane flavored. You can get that on anything. They have every kind of hot sauce you can want. You can get delivered right to your house. They make great stocking stuffers, or you can go to their two locations. You got one in Luna Pierre, Michigan, right next to Toledo, and the other one is in Dundee, Michigan, next to the Cabela's for all your sporting events needs. So stop in and see them or order it online, beefjerkyunlimited.com. As we are still riding along with the Valvoline cam here of Adam Brady. We will jump inside this Beef Jerky Unlimited online camera here, onboard camera, behind the 98 car, looking to the inside, see if he can make a move. Tommy DeLago is really starting to make something happen here as Kip's hauling ass is following him. See some smoke down to the inside. That 28 car got sideways or something happened to him. Let's roll the camera back and take a look and see what happened there. There's your 28 car on the outside, 9 car on the inside. 9 car starts to wash up just a little bit. He hits the wall, makes contact with the wall, almost throws the entire race away. Great save for that 28 car, Charlie Harcum, as he is back into it. Moving on up is that 13 car, that Beef Jerky Unlimited car of Tommy DeLago. He is chasing Adam Brady with Kip Duggar behind him. But currently your leader is still the 12 car. Charlie Harcum in that 28 car has got to be kicking himself for running into the fence, folks. We'll take a look at him. He's got a little bit of crumple there on his right side, and that's going to hurt him even more. But currently your 12 car is out front with 15 laps to go in this event. Only one caution period slowing down the pace, but a very fast race so far. Your 12 car is out front. That is Barrett Flo. Second spot is Nick Sawyer in the 9. Third spot moved up is the Cole Duggar machine, the 11 car, that white Toyota. And you've got fourth place is the 98 car. That is Adam Brady. And rounding out your top 5 is the 13 car, the Beef Jerky Unlimited Camaro. That is Tommy DeLago. There he is, Tommy D, trying to make something happen here. Trying to move up. He's feeling good right now. I don't know if he's going to be able to get around Adam Brady, AB, or not. But that 12 car is starting to run away with it, and it's starting to be a wonder if anybody can catch him. You've got the 9 car behind him. That's Nick Sawyer. I just don't believe that car is fast enough to get up to catch him. The 11 car of Cole Duggar might be fast enough to get up to catch him, but I don't know if he has enough time, as we are only 12 laps to go in this event. Getting down to it, folks. This is crunch time here in the Sunday Cup League Winston Cup event. The champion Spark Plug 500, as he's got over a half a second lead, and that is Barrett Flow out front in that JO Flow grading number 12 for Benson Speed Equipment. We got a battle for second spot. The 11 car is starting to think that he might have to go for it. He tried to make a move down on the inside of the 9 car of Nick Sawyer, but was not able to do anything with it and falls back in behind him. Fourth place is now that 13 car of Tommy DeLego, moved up one more spot as the 98 fell back to 6th place and also got passed by Kip Duggar. Does anybody have anything for Barrett Flow? That is the question today, folks. That is the question right now on all of our minds, as Barrett Flow is making a hell of a run here. Half a second in front of Nick Sawyer. Nick Sawyer is almost another half a second in front of Cole Duggar. Cole Duggar's about a second back off of the leader here, and he is getting preheated by the 13 car, the Beef Jerky Unlimited Camaro of Thomas DeLago. Thomas DeLago is trying to make something happen here. He might be his first Winston Cup event of the season, but he really makes it count when he does show up here in that Drink Hard Racing number 13. Teammate to the 24 car, Hossack. Hossack really hasn't made a lot of headway in this race since falling back on the start. Was running in the top pack in the beginning of this one, but he has fallen back and currently sits in the 13th position. Not a very good run for the former Winston Cup champion. Just 9 laps to go. We're getting into the single digit area here. Barrett Flow is running away with this thing. And that 9 car of Nick Sawyer is trying to make something happen, but he doesn't know if he can. He is gaining ground on him. He's made 0.3 of a second up in the past couple laps. And Nick Sawyer is starting to make a run at Barrett Flow. We'll see if that number 9 Alex Bowman car has anything for him. Everything's starting to settle out here. Looks like the 9 car came off that corner into turn number 2 and just scraped the wall a little bit. That is going to hurt him. That is going to help Barrett Flow. And your 11 car of Cole Duggar has moved into that second position. Now, it's Cole Duggar. Got 8 laps to go. Is that enough time to catch that 12 and make something happen? There we see Cole inside with his pink driving gloves on, trying to make something happen here at the controls of that car as he tries to run down that 12 car. Here's our view from the blimp cam. Don't know if that 11 car has enough room or track or time, as we are 6 laps to go in this event, and it is coming down to these top 2 drivers. Tommy DeLego in 4th might have something to say about that, who gets that 3rd position, but without a caution flag, it's going to be hard to catch that 12 car, the Benson Speed Equipment Mustang of Barrett Flow. Five laps to go, and everybody is wide open at it here. There's Barrett looking to the inside, trying to break up and not give any draft to the 11 car. That 11 car is starting to move in on him here with 5 laps to go. We'll take a ride inside that 11 car and see if he can catch this 12 car. That is your battle for the lead. Starting to get some of his draft and making headway. He's made up 7/10 of a second here in the past 10 laps. And the race is on. Now only 3/10 behind him. He can see Barrett. He can see what he's doing. He is catching that draft. This might be the race forward here, folks. It's starting to heat up. 4 laps to go here at Michigan International Speedway. Cole is a smart driver, but I don't know if he's got anything for that 12 car. That 12 car is going to make his car awful wide here at the end. 3 laps to go, and he has caught him, folks. He has caught that car. There they go down into turn number 1. Coming out of turn number 2. There's your leader, Barrett Flo, just trying to hold off and break the air behind him. Cole Duggar's caught him. Cole Duggar is going to make a race out of this here with 3 laps to go down the back straightaway. 12 car coming back from adversity after hitting the fence, crumpling up that right side of his car. Got it fixed and is now back out front. He pulled away to a big lead, but he might have burned up some tires doing it. And here comes the 11 looking to the outside. Oh, he gets pushed up into the fence a little bit. A block from the 12, and I believe the 11 just barely grazed the fence, but he is still in it. Hasn't lost much of anything here. Does it again. Hits the fence trying to get around him. With 2 laps to go, the 11 car has hit the fence, and he has fallen back. Ran out of racing room, and now Barrett Flo is pulling away from him. The 13 car is making a run on the inside of the 9 for that 3rd position. Not able to pull that off. Barrett Flo is getting the white flag. 1 lap to go for the 12 car. And the white flag is in the air for the 12. The 11 might have just screwed himself there by hitting the wall that 2nd time. Your Nick Sawyer is now in the 2nd spot. Man, that was going to be a hell of a race for it, but I think Cole Duggar might not have had tires enough to hold on to him once he got close to him and got that dirty air. Lost the nose of that car and slipped into the fence. Now he's getting challenged for that 2nd spot from Nick Sawyer. Nick Sawyer's going low as they're coming to the line here, and it is going to be Barrett Flo picking up the win in the Champion Spark Plugs 500 at Michigan International Speedway. That is one happy man inside that car. Barrett Flo picks up the win. 2nd is going to be Cole Duggar holding off Nick Sawyer. There's that 13 car carrying that 4th position, and your 98 car getting 5th. But it's going to be all Barrett Flo making a hell of a run and a hell of a race here for our viewing audience. Barrett Flo picks up the victory. He's going to go down here and do some wicked burnouts. 98 car of his teammate Adam Brady's following him, trying to give him a little bit of congratulations here. And here he goes in front of the line. And there he goes, burning it down, folks. The 12 car, Barrett Flo, wins the event, picks up the victory, gets the checkered flag here, getting a little congratulations from the 24 car and the 98 here. Those guys work together good all day, so they're going to do burnouts nose to nose, see what can happen here, having a little fun about it. Beating up that car a little bit, but hey, who cares? There's Barrett's having a hell of a run here. Hell of a run, picked up the win. Let's see if we can get a word with him. Barrett Flo, this is JB up in the booth. You got a copy on me, bud? Barrett Flo, come in. Hold on a sec. Come in, Barrett Flo. You got a copy on me.
Yeah, Josh.
All right, Barrett, you had a hell of a run there at the end. You got the lead late in the event. You pulled out to a big lead. Cole almost ran you down. What were you feeling there in them final laps?
Well, I was sweating, but we were able to hold him off.
And you did a damn good job, and I'm proud of you for doing that. Picking up another win here in the Champion Spark Plug 500. Nice way to end off the day.
Appreciate it, and thank you, everybody.
All right, Cole Duggar, you almost ran him down there at the end. We'll get a little word here with Cole Duggar. What did you see at the end there? Just lost the nose in dirty air or what?
I felt like I had the advantage. I kind of saved my tires throughout the start of the run. I could tell I definitely had a little more right front than him at the end. Yeah, I just couldn't make it work.
Yeah, we were really pulling for you up in the booth here. Looks like you were making a really good run, charging through the field there. You ran him down at the end there. I know Charlie Harcum had something to say at the end there too, but looks like he hit the wall. It's just that dirty air is the killer, isn't it?
Yeah, a little bit. And then on lap 149 there, I was probably trying to go someplace I couldn't. I had the outside nose on Baird a little bit going out of two, but I got a little nervous, shook a little bit, kind of got it into the wall. Probably shouldn't have been there anyways. I probably should have just kept it clean and get a run down the backstretch, but it is what it is. I got into the wall and lost about a half second there, and got up to 0.3 again, surprisingly somehow. But yeah, it's a good race, a lot of fun, only one caution.
Yeah, one caution flag in this event. Was a great race, and we watched here on YouTube. We will check in with our third place finisher, Nick Sawyer. Are you with us still?
Yeah, I'm still here.
All right, Nick, you were running damn good. If it wasn't for that caution flag, you probably would have been out of it, but you had a shot to ruin at the end there. You were racing real hard with that Charlie Harcum machine. What did you see there in them final laps?
Yeah, started after the caution. I took 4 tires and made it from, I think, 9th to 2nd within 10 laps, and just couldn't get past the 11 car wearing my tires out. Then the 12 got by me, and after that, I didn't have nothing for him. Just trying to keep third and have a good day. Had a bad day. Crashed, I think it was 5 laps in, and had to struggle all day long.
Yeah, we saw that crash between you and the 8 car of Rosta. A little bit of bumping and banging there. That didn't bring out a caution. You were way behind, so without that final caution, you wouldn't have been able to catch up. But great run for you. I just want to thank you again for all you do for the league, helping out with prize money and all that. And you had a good run, bud.
Yeah, I want to thank everybody for being nice, clean racers, and I want to apologize. Whoever I got into, I think it was the 8 car, bumped in him. I think I wrecked him. I apologize for that. But this is a great league. Hopefully next week I can put it up front.
It was a good run. Tommy DeLego, you still with us? 14th or 4th place finisher in that 13 car.
Yeah, I'm still here, buddy.
Tommy, you had a good run. If it wasn't for that last caution, you wouldn't have been up in that pack. You kind of sliced and diced your way through the pack there at the end. What'd you see in them final laps?
Well, I made a couple mistakes. I mean, it was a pretty good race. I missed a start. Made my way up to the top 10, and we got that yellow that got me in the pack. Trying to save my tires there for till about about lap 130. Then I started to make a move. I thought maybe I could finish at least top 3. Then I got a little up into the wall once I got into, I think, 4th place, and that kind of hampered my whole deal right there. So I'm real happy with 4th, man. It was a fun race, let me tell you. A lot of good racing. Everybody was very polite to each other, gave each other room, even though it was close and tight. Like, it can't get any better than that. If anybody's watching on YouTube, that's going to be an awesome race to watch.
Yep, thanks, Tommy. We had up to 23 live viewers at one point there. Thanks for coming out, and your support for the league's really helping us out here. And we'll see if Adam Brady is still in the building. Adam Brady in the 98 with that 5th place finish. You out there?
Stand for him here.
All right, Adam, not the run you were looking for there. You led a bunch of laps. You and Barrett led almost the whole race pretty much, with the addition of Charlie Harcum leading a bunch of laps there. But what'd you see on them final laps?
Well, firstly, shout out to all our sponsors, Phyllis Photo. Thanks to Nick Sawyer for sponsoring this week. And yeah, so I'm trying to miss somebody, but thanks to everybody. Thanks to broadcast and admins. But yeah, the race was difficult. Absolutely not the finish I was looking for, but overall it was a great race. An awesome race, and I'm proud to be part of this week.
Let's check in with Charlie Harcum, newcomer to the league here. Put her out in front for a long time there. Are you still with us, Charlie?
Yeah, I got you, JB.
All right, Charlie, it was great seeing you lead some laps there. What were you thinking when you were out front?
Yeah, it felt good to finally get in front a little bit. It was really awesome to, race close with everybody. I reiterate what everybody said. A lot of good racing, a lot of good tight racing. The cars all seemed pretty well matched. I think some were saving tires better than others. And unfortunately, Nick was putting some pressure on me there. And I thought, well, I better hang on to it here and just stay in it and just brush the wall. I was lucky really to save it.
Well, you did good there, Charlie, and it was good to see you up front. We'll hope to see you back here and run some more races and get up front, maybe get a win here later in the season. We'll round out our little interview sequence with Kip Duggar. Are you still with us here, Kip? Has Kip already gone back to his hauler? All right. So thanks for coming out here, guys. Had a pretty long run green flag segment there. I thought it was going to go green the whole way, but hell of a race from everybody. Thanks for coming out, putting on a good show for everybody, and we'll see you next time here on the Sunday Cup Racing Network.
Still in here, Josh? Chip wants to know why you skipped over him in an interview. I never heard it. He never heard it either, but it's all good. No big deal. Oh, well, we stopped paying attention after Charlie.